electric cars have really been around a long time, right? We just haven't figured out how to get them on the roads.
Back in the early 1900s, there were actually more electric vehicles on the road than gasoline cars.
Really?
It was kind of the ladies' car. There was a little place for a flower in the car and things.
I like that.
And of all things, the one thing that changed electric cars was the invention of the electric starter, of all things. In old times, people didn't have that many, especially a lady couldn't have a gasoline car because they had to crank the front of the car to get it started. So how ironic, you could take an electric device and made the gasoline car more feasible. So that's how we went from electrics to gas.
List all the things that you don't have to do because you drive an electric car.
Okay. Well, you don't have to tune up the car. You know, you talk about putting spark plugs and things like that in the car. They're basically no maintenance. And I was just at a meeting yesterday talking to an individual, and he says, you know, I go to a gas station to put air in my tires. You know, you still have to keep air in your tires, and that's basically it. You know, the new vehicles, you don't have to worry about water and batteries or things like that and such. Maybe wash your windshield, put windshield washer stuff and your tires. There are only a few moving components in a vehicle. Like the Scion XB, they say for the first 100,000 miles, you do absolutely nothing to the car.
Wow.
Even brakes aren't any big deal anymore because the actual electric motor regen braking stops the car when you have a sophisticated car like that.
So you could go 100,000 miles without having any real maintenance on this electric car.
On this particular electric vehicle.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Your interest in electric cars wasn't about helping the environment at first. It was about, hey, can I build a fast electric car, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, thinking about competition and such, you don't really think all that much, at least back in the 90s and stuff and early the 80s, about the environment. And when I started into it and got more and more involved in it, and I met a different type of person that educated me on the environment and things that I didn't realize that I was doing. Now we found out, hey, I've got this type of vehicle where I can have every bit as much fun, and we can save a lot of trees or green air or whatever out there. So it's just something that education, and this was the way that I was educated on it.
And from doing that, you've adopted and adapted your life a little bit more at home.
Oh yeah,
making it greener, thinking about the environment.
Absolutely. You know, we in South Florida always have hurricane threats, and people have generators. So I've said, well, I've got to get myself together a generator. Well, let's go a little farther. Let's get a diesel generator. Let's make it biodiesel. You know, so we can work with that infraction. You know, hey, let's cut some of our electric bills down. Let's put a solar hot water heater up on the house to help with that. And I have plans to make an electric lawnmower. That's my next one. I don't have it done yet, but that's what I'm going to be going into. So, you know, we drive golf carts around the neighborhood and things. So, you know, it's a snowball thing. And I like the kids to see all this too. So you can live your life just not totally depending on big gasoline.
Right. What do you think what kind of impression do you think it's making on them that they're contributing to a technology that's better for the planet?
Well, in the start, I don't realize what they have actually realized. I don't really bring it forth as such, because it seems like when you talk to kids about different things, the best teaching, the best education is when they don't realize they're getting something.
Right.
But then when they talk to different individuals and they start bringing out, hey, you know, we didn't use any gasoline today kind of thing, and look how much money I saved, they bring it back to me and show me that, yeah, they are learning by default, but by the end of the way we're working with things.